Good evening, everyone. Those of you who don't know me, my name's Drew. I'm Rob's best man for this evening. For those of you that do know me, you're welcome. Nice guy. Right, I need to get the speech out. Most of you might not know this, but I've actually already had the opportunity to congratulate the groom on today. I said to him, Rob, you'll always look back on this day as the happiest of your life, your finest hour, your greatest achievement. Fitting words, I think you'll agree, at the end of what was a fantastic stag do. Bachelor party, if you're American. Not as good. Seriously though, before I start, I actually just want to start by giving glory to God. Just because, so my wife and I, Molly, were never going to be able to have the opportunity to come out here and celebrate this wedding with Rob and Sid. And we were really desperate to come, but we just didn't have the finances to be able to. And so I prayed about it, and I just said, Lord, if there's any way that we're going to be able to come out here, would you just provide it for us? And one Sunday afternoon, we had a friend from our church phone us up and say, here's the money, we want to bless you, we want you to have the opportunity to go out there and be a part of their day. And we were just so thankful for that. So I just wanted to praise God for answered prayers and just say, I don't know if anyone's filming this, if you're watching from home, you know who you are. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to come out here and be a part of this really special day. Amen. I also just want to take this opportunity to congratulate Ryan and Angela on what must be a really special day for you both as father and mother of the bride. I just wanted to take this chance to say that Sydney is such an incredibly sweet, thoughtful and kind young woman. You guys should be incredibly proud of her. She is a credit to both of you as her parents. And yeah, I don't think I could have ever imagined Rob finding anyone quite as good as Sid. The happy couple. Webster's dictionary defines marriage as the fusing of two metals with a hot torch. Well, you know something? I think you guys are two metals. Gold metals. Seriously though, I'm just so proud of you guys for being so patient and making it to today. I know it's not been easy, you've been through a lot with the pandemic and everything, and yeah, just the amount of time you've had to wait, it's just been a real blessing to actually get to celebrate today with both of you. So well done for being so patient on that. And it is an honour to be your best man as well, Rob, for today. I hope you don't start to regret that too soon. Not now. Sydney as well, can I just take this opportunity to say how beautiful you look today. I think we can all agree that she looks absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. I would say, yeah, give it up. Sydney, you are without a doubt the second most beautiful girl in the room. The first would obviously be my lovely wife, Molly. See, Rob, I'm just giving you some early advice. Your wife is always the most beautiful woman in the room.
Thanks, Drake!
But seriously, Sydney, we love you so much, and we eagerly await all of your visits to Cornwall, as we have in the past. And just as an example of how lovely Sid is, when I got COVID back in March of 2020, back when it was still cool to get COVID. And if you had it recently, you'll forget about it. Sid actually arranged from the States to give me like a little care package of some kind of goodies and stuff as a little pick-me-up. And that was all the way from the States. She arranged for Rob to bring it over to us. So that was just something that really touched me a couple of years ago. So that's just an example of what a lovely young lady Sid is. And Sid, I just hope you show that same kindness to Rob, even if he's shouting at you on Call of Duty.
Wow.
Which brings me on to you, Rob. Where to start, kind, caring, humble, intelligent, intelligent, funny, easy on the eye. These are just some of the qualities that made me a fantastic choice to be your best man. So thank you for the opportunity. No, seriously though, one thing about Rob is that no one questions Rob's intellectual ability.
What?
In fact, comes from I don't think I've ever even had anyone mention it. So I first met Rob about 13 years ago now, in 2007. I was part of a youth group that was connected to our church, and I had a really good group of mates there already. And we heard that there were these two new brothers coming to this youth trip. We were going on a trip to a theme park called Woodlands, and we heard that Thomas and Rob, these two brothers, were going to be joining us for the trip. And so it was my job with a couple of my mates to decide who was going to be sharing which tents together. And so we kind of thought, well, we'll put those two weirdos in a tent over there on their own. They can go with someone else, it'll be fine. And it was fine. Anyway, one day, we're in the park and we're playing football.
Soccer.
Well, it's funny you say that. I feel like I have to clarify because I'm over the pond. So football is basically a sport that you play. You play it with a ball, which is like a round ball, and you kick it with your foot. That's why I call it football. Anyway. So we're playing football, and this kid comes along, and he takes our ball, he just runs away with it. And so we all run after him. One thing about Rob, he's pretty quick, I'll give him that. Rob gets there first, he gets to this kid, he sits him down, he has an idea, no, he doesn't do any of that, he pushes him in a bush. He pushed him in a bush, grabbed our ball back, and I just remember me and my mates, we all sort of looked at each other and we went, this guy's alright. This guy's alright. The rest was history. It's funny thinking about that story as well because we've actually shared many tents since then, me and you, Rob, haven't we? Yeah. We've travelled over the years, we've had lots of sleepovers, things like that. Which means that I've experienced firsthand Rob's snoring. Sid, y'all better be ready. It is bad. And the worst thing is that he will deny it to his grave as well. So what I've done is I've actually got you guys a little bonus wedding present here as well. Sid, this is for you. Do you want to hold it up so that the good people can see? This is some Breathe Right nose strip. This might just save your marriage. So you're welcome. You can use them tonight if you wish. Otherwise, you can try hitting him as hard as you can in the face with a slipper. I've done it before, it didn't work. You might have more luck. I also understand that in terms of your living situation, you're going to be living with your parents still, Sid, which is great, because it means that when it comes to DIY, things like that, putting up shelves, car repairs, repairing holes in the wall from where Rob's thrown his PlayStation controller. Your dad's still going to be around to do those things. Now you might be thinking, well, that's a bit harsh on Rob. Well, a few years ago, Rob was driving home one night and it was very wet and there were lots of puddles in the road. Rob's car hits one of these puddles.
It was huge.
It was huge, he said. His car grinds to a halt, right? It's not going anywhere. So Rob, being the capable young man that he is, I actually don't know where I was going with that. He phoned his mum, and he said, "Mum, can you come pick me up? I'm stuck." And so his mum says, "Right, fine, okay." I think they're out to dinner at the time, his parents. But she says, "Fine, I can do that. All right. One thing though, make sure that you get out of the car, stand out of the way because they're on quite a dangerous bend, and yeah, we'll come and meet you." Anyway, so they do that. They come and meet him. They find that Rob is still in the car. So they come over. I think Barry actually, Rob's dad, had to wade through the water. I mean, that's what I was told. For all we know, if it was Barry, it could have been a puddle. Barry wades through the water to the car. I'm going to regret that. Barry wades through the water, he finds Rob sat in the car and he says, what the flip are you doing? Still sat in the car. And Rob says, I've got new trainers on, I didn't want to get wet. And then Rob, I think Barry had to give Rob a piggyback to rescue him. So Sid, I hope you've got strong shoulders. You're going to need them. I remember a couple of years ago when Rob first told me about Sid, we were driving through the Glyn Valley, if you remember Rob, beautiful part of the world, and Rob just says to me out of the blue, he says, I've started speaking to someone recently. We met on Instagram, we started speaking on there. My first thought, genuinely, was, this isn't going to work. This is never going to happen. But I went with it and I said, okay, what's her name? Where's she from? He said, Sydney. I said, oh, Australia, beautiful. Beaches, nice weather, beautiful. He said, no, she's called Sydney. She's from America. I said, no one's perfect.
We're going to get kicked out.
Rob, I remember when you first came out to meet her here, and you said to me that you were absolutely bricking it. Those were your words. What if she's a bloke? Was one of the genuine questions that he asked before he came out. You can just picture him, can't you, coming down that escalator, seeing Ryan there. You said to me, Rob, that you texted me late that night and you said that you had a great time. You said that you were absolutely loving it and that you were pinching yourself and that it felt like a dream. Well, pinch away, because she sat next to you right now, all dressed in white. You guys have been so patient in making it to this time, and in some ways it feels like it's gone really quick, but it hasn't, let's be honest. And you guys have been great in just being faithful and getting to this point, and it's just such a blessing to be here with both of you on what is a really special day. If you'd like to prepare your glasses, I'm just going to say a few final words and then I'll toast the bride and groom. I'm actually going to refer to my speech proper so that I get this next bit right. Sorry, Mom, I have the phone. I prepared some words and I'd rather get it right than missing out some important bits. Rob, you're a brother to me. I don't say that you're like a brother, you are a brother to me. I've always viewed you that way, and I've always looked up to you, both figuratively and literally. But I've always looked up to you. Rob is one of the funniest guys I know, and I'm sure that everyone will tell you that he's an absolute joy to be around. Rob, seeing the unbelievable transformation in your character after you made that decision to follow the Lord in 2015 was the catalyst that led me to Christ later that year. Through you, God showed me what it looked like to surrender to Him, and from that moment to be entirely changed more and more into the likeness of Jesus. And I know that it was at your dear granddad's funeral, when hearing him constantly being described as a great man of God, that you first started to wonder about pursuing Jesus. And I know that today I will certainly not be the last person to say to you that you are an example to me of what it looks like to be a man of God. You're an example to me of what it looks like to be self-sacrificial in loving and serving others. And I know that you will carry that into your marriage with Sydney. And I just pray that you both have many happy days together this week, this year, and for all the years ahead. So if you would all like to join me now, raising a glass to Mr. and Mrs. Cleveland.
Hey!